Merry Vlogmas, everyone. Yeah, as I promised, I will share with you my, actual altar setup for the winter solstice for this year. And this was a picture I already had last year, but I so love as you know, probably by now, I so love the artwork by Wendy Andrew, so it's so peaceful and I so love it. And sometimes I wait for non-pagan visitors to ask me, why is there a rabbit or a hare? In this case, it's a hare. Why is there a hare on the picture for a Christmas thingy? Yeah, and then I would so love to give a bit of this information of also of the love of Wendy Andrew for hares, because hares are basically everywhere in her pictures, and I so love this, the goddess with the hair, a bit with sometimes some kind of cuddling with the life force, the returning life force, which I love, which the hair also symbolizes also for Easter. This fertility, there is something, it's only sleeping, and the goddess is sleeping with this peacefully cuddling together in the snow. And the lantern, I also love the lantern. I really love the styles. And as you can see, here is my god candle I got from Emilie Elijah. Yeah, this is such a gorgeous piece. And this god candle now, is now here on the top of my shrine, because winter solstice is the return of the light, the return of the god, and I really like that to have it here. And when I'm going a bit higher, you can see there is also my stag. Yeah, initially I put this stag up last winter solstice, and then I liked it so much there, so I didn't took him off. I thought he can stay there, and I will shortly climb a bit higher so you can see the gorgeous painting of Emilie Elijah, the gorgeous drawing of my elemental guardians. Yeah, I so love this. Yeah, now we're coming a bit back. This one, the little guardians here of my Yule Tree, of my real Yule Tree. I really thought of buying a bigger Yule Tree, a real bigger Yule Tree, because this kind of, it's not a pine. I know the word in German. We call this a Zuckerhut-Zypresse. I don't know if this really is this what, but I guess I bought some of these kind of trees a couple of years back, and then there was a little label on it which said this might be a kind of a cypress, but I'm really not sure. It's quite defensive. You have to be careful. And I really thought one of our grocery stores also had bigger ones, not so bigger ones, but at least big enough to put in near my sofa. And I thought of, maybe I will buy it and buy some additional light chain for this and a bit more of, little decorative items. But then I thought, no, I don't do it, because I already have a fake tree which is bigger, and normally I'm not so fond of fake trees. We always had for Christmas a real tree, and I so loved that. So I thought, okay, I'm not in for a fake tree. But then it was when I moved here over to Hanover from my little town I was born in, which is called Peine in Lower Saxony, in the north of Germany. It's only 50, 60 kilometers from here. Yeah, when I moved here and celebrated Christmas, I guess the first year, which was only a couple of months after the death of my mother, I hadn't a real tree because this was, yeah, as you can guess, you have lots of thoughts in your head, but not celebrating Christmas. But the fine thing was that a dear friend of mine invited me for Christmas with her family, and I really accepted it, and it was really good for me to spend there a night and yeah, eating with some kind of family comfort, being part of some kind of family comfort, which was really fine, and I really liked that. Yeah, and a year later, then I started to buy a tree, a proper tree for me, and which was not always easy because I always had to find someone to help me carrying it and transporting it to my flat, and this was not always easy. Yeah, and then a couple of years later, I started. Okay, I thought this time no tree for me, and I only did two fake trees. One which is already prepared with ornaments, and this is the one I also have here in my flat, and I will share it with you when I will put it up for Christmas Yule, however. And then I had another little fake tree, which is totally missing. I think somewhere in the cellar, like I mentioned in one of my other videos. But yeah, and this was a year when I just had this kind of decorations, two little fake trees, and a lot of yeah, like you see here, real pine twigs or yeah, something like that. So real greenery I also bought and made a bit, yeah, decorated it a bit, and it was also quite okay and fine for me. Yeah, and then I went, yeah, I guess one or only 2 years without a tree, and then I had again a tree when I met Henrik, which is now, oh, let's see, I guess it's 6 years ago. We're 6 years together now. And then I had a tree again, and yeah. But since we moved here in the small flat, which is now also almost 2 years ago, yeah, we stopped having a real tree, a real big tree, because, okay, as you can guess, this mess here at the moment, there is not much place or space for a big tree. So it was totally okay that I have this altar space here. And I didn't miss a tree, actually. I also had my Advent wreath, and I was okay with that. I really was okay with that, and I thought, okay, no tree this time. Just a bit more light and a lot more candles and so on, and such glittery twigs here, and it's all Christmassy or Yule again, so it's okay. Here you have my shrine, and as you can see, it snowed. It's miraculously snowed here on my shrine and in my shrine, and this is a never melting snow, which isn't cold. Yeah, as you can see here in the distance, again, a lot of these gorgeous, gorgeous Wendy Andrew paintings. And the one in the middle is one of her postcard series for every, yeah, for the Esberts and the Sabbats. And I really love that. I change it with, of course, with the seasonal decoration for my altar. And my now crone Tilia here, my Linden goddess, so to speak, which was created by the gorgeous Emilie Baudet, and I so love this gorgeous statue. This is radiating so much this kind of linden energy, which to me feels like, especially when lindens are blossoming, this is all about the moment, enjoying the moment, enjoying every little breath of life, and also of this scent, of this linden blossom scent. This is, yeah, being in the here and now, some kind of mindfulness lecture this tree is telling me or is teaching me. And yeah, also the shape of the leaves, it's the shape of her heart. So it's a tree which is connected to love and also for me to self-love. So this is a very strong tree for me. It was always a really strong tree for me since childhood, because where I grew up, we didn't have a house, we just had a flat, and I lived there until my mother died. And we had a lot of linden trees which were grown there or growing there, or which were planted there by the local gardeners. And we were all surrounded by linden trees, and also by which kind of tree this was. A needle tree. Guess it was a pine. I guess it was a pine, or 3 pines in front of our living room windows, which I also loved, which were quite miraculously looking when the snow was lying on the twigs. But as I said, a lot of linden trees. And in summer, there were always this scent of linden blossoms, and this transports me. This is a scent which transports me back to the past of happy childhood memories, and also brings me to the here and now. So connecting to time periods, and also some kind of connecting me to the future, I guess. But it's all about this tree, which is I feel at peace there. It has this mothery energy, which I still miss to some degree in my life, because I lost my mom to me way too early. My mom was only, how old was she when she died? 54, and she was sick for over 10 years. Way over 10 years, and I had to take care of her when I turned 18, or should I say I took care of her business, her documents, and so on and so forth. She was quite okay back then, but every now and then she had weeks and months where her illness, there were several illnesses she had, got stronger. She had rheumatism, and sometimes also swollen limbs, and this was not easy, especially when I was in school. I already told a lot of that in one of my earlier videos, where I talk a bit of my year in a day studies, but there are some new subscribers, so maybe you will like it to hear here in front of my altar space. This is also a gorgeous piece which I made myself, and which I also made one for Emilie Elijah. And now she has the goddess candle, and she also has this. She did also two of them. So these are now connecting our altar spaces. I will also link the video of Emilie's gorgeous altar spaces in the description box below, because when you see her art, you fall in love with this. With her, she's a gorgeous spiritual artist, and yeah. Here you can see I kept some of the nuts from this year I collected to remind me of the abundance of nature. Here's also a tiny feather I found outside. Maybe from a magpie, I don't know. A little tiny magpie feather, don't know. And of course, my labradorite that I got from my boyfriend last year for Yule. And I really found a lot of labradorites since, also big pieces, and some intrigued me also a lot. But this is one from our local shops here in Hanover, which is also more into the mineral approach to stones, but also provides you with some of the healing properties of crystals and stones. But they're quite they're really pricey, but it's worth. You see the owner, and the owner is really knowing his stones, so to say. And this was I guess this was one of the pieces I fell in love with, and Henrik got there later. I don't know. I'm not sure, but I guess it was really this piece I firstly touched there, and which intrigued me the most. And maybe there was some of the connection left, and Henrik found the right one. I don't know. Yeah, here's some gorgeous piece of jewelry which I got from Rainfire Dreaming. Thank you for that. Which is an Maori symbol, actually. This is some kind of an infinity symbol with the enrolling fern symbol. This is so gorgeous. I'm missing the word for it, actually. I try to put it in here somehow now. But I really like that. And this one here, this is also a gift from Henrik back in summer. Some kind of a tree of life. I really like that. The shimmer. It's really gorgeous. Also a little tiny owl here, which was also part of a present I got from Emilie Elijah. My old bell. Yeah, sadly I can't make it sing now. Of course, this hasn't this little stick here inside. But this was a bell I had, or we had, my mom also, we had for Christmas, for when we had Bescherung, the exchange of gifts. Then my mother would ring this bell. And the original, I don't know, stick, how you want to call this side in the middle, we call it, I guess we call it also Klöppel. It sounds strange, but okay. This thing in the middle was missing already when I was a small child, and my mom stringed a bit of wire to it with a key, with a tiny key. So, but it made a quite nice sound, and it was one of my favorite bells, and it still reminds me of my childhood. And when I searched for a bell here for ritual and so on, I wasn't able. I wasn't able to find a proper bell. They really didn't intrigue me, and then I thought, why not using this where I have such a strong connection? So I took this off here, and I don't have it here with which I'm bringing it to sing with a piece of my it's a long spoon for my incense, actually, which is made of copper, and I just put it in here, so I hit it here, and it makes a quite nice sound. I don't know if this... No, you can't really hear it, and I have I have no hands spared except for this, and I do need 2 hands for this. Maybe in another video I will share it with you. So here is my elemental stones. I will move this bowl, which I got from a dear friend, which I met in Egon's villa. This is handmade by her, so I thought this is a good thing to have. And here we have my elemental stones and my pentacle. And I so love this kind of goddess pentacle. I made this out of clay, and I always thought of painting it, but I also love this earthy tone, so I will leave it like this. So here at the bottom, but I don't know if I want to change that, because it's not the most beautiful pieces of amethyst. This was one of the amethysts I had firstly, but as you see, it's still really a light amethyst. And I have quite a good dark one, which I also love, but I guess this piece will stay here with me. And this is for air, this is my blue lace agate, which I also love. And for fire, I have a sunstone. This camera don't want to focus. Try to get it on camera, but I guess the lighting, now it's getting it. So you see it has this tiny shimmer here and there. It was a tiny, it is a tiny stone, and it was quite pricey from our local stone shop. This cost €7 or €8 or so, which you normally get in other kinds of shops, bigger stones, but not of this quality. I really have to say, not of this quality. So this is, yeah, this is Moonstone, or should I say Rainbow Moonstone, which is also has also another name for it. Normally, Moonstone doesn't look always like this, but it is always referred to as Moonstone. This is a Rainbow Moonstone, and it is more related to actually this here. Because I found, maybe I'm telling total bullshit here, I don't know, but I found some information also on the internet, and I guess also on my little booklet, where they are telling that these are from the same family, and this is also called white labradorite. And then there was this kind of common name for it, which is Rainbow Moonstone. But I loved it, and it is also from this local stone shop. So I thought it's okay. I will. Those two have quite nice size. And this one here is moss agate, but not the green one. The red one, the more earthy tone. And really, you can get there a lot of good and fine quality stones, at least from my perspective. And it's okay, a beginner's perspective, but some things you can just see. I can't explain it further, but they also have quite a lot of bigger pieces. And I know one day I will own some kind of bigger piece of some kind of quartz or so. I don't know, maybe I will try to get my hands on a big piece of Morion. I don't know, which is not so common. Just a dark, smoky quartz. And I have, as I saw in one of my other videos, I have a dark, smoky quartz, a Morion gifted by Emilie Elijah. And yeah, and I really like these bigger crystals. So maybe more from them I will buy. Yeah, and what else does we have here? You see the little owls. This little gorgeous cutie here with the crown I bought last year from this local Christmas market. I was showing you this year. And I also bought this a bit before, I guess, back in spring last year. And I so love it. Also, the angels by the same artist. And I love the kind of cutie owl here. And of course, as you can see here, there's a good resemblance or a good difference. This is a moonstone. This is the jewelry I got from Emilie Elijah, and it's made by her husband. And there you can see, of course, a bit of the differences. Also, sometimes moonstone is a bit darker. Sometimes I have a piece of moonstone. I try to find it now, but I don't think it's here at the moment. Yeah, no. There, I have it. This is also a piece of moonstone. So they normally look different. Oh, there's some living thing crawling onto it. Hey, do you want to hibernate here? Nah, doesn't want to focus. Okay, you can sleep again here in my shell. Well, sorry. So, yeah, this one I keep with my Chrontilia. She guards it on top. Yeah, so this is my altar. This one here. This is a bottle I created myself. Last year it was actually for a Christmas market, but I also have another piece, but I put it somewhere else in red, also with this cut feather from an old book page. I love to use old books when they are really damaged and there's no chance to save them. And so there's on the back is also such a feather, and I cut this from an old book page, and I so love old book pages to cut from. Oh, don't look at the mess here. I still have to prepare my balcony for winter. Yeah, what else do we have here? These two doves, Taum, I guess doves. yeah, peas, birds. I also bought on this local Christmas market here a long time ago. And now I try to come up, which is not always easy. Sometimes I feel like an old woman when I come up here or try to rise. So, sorry. You got in the bushes, and so now you can take. This is my last look here on my altar because I'm already 25 minutes. Tell me if I'm too long with my videos, so I try to make them shorter. But sometimes I think it's also, yeah, a fine thing to do, yeah, not to rush anything, to give some time to absorb things you see in videos. And I really find myself looking for longer videos, and I'm most of the time quite upset when I found short videos by one, I guess, yeah, by favorite YouTubers of mine. I don't say any names, but there are sometimes several videos which are then only 6 or 9 minutes long or so, and I thought, oh, wow, that's sad. I just listen to this person so much, so to wait for more content. So this is my last look of my phoenix, and my otter, my badger, and my dragon for air. And I love this heart. And look at the details. This is what I meant in my other video about the gemstone oracle, about the Kamini Vruja. I still know it, Bart. What I meant with the swirls and the ornaments and so on. This reminded me so much of her art. So check out her website, not her website, her page. She has an Etsy shop, or she and her husband has also an Etsy shop. So I try to put it here. There, she and her husband are selling their gorgeous jewelry. So yeah, we will see us tomorrow. I will see with what I will come up then. Just be spontaneous, and yeah, have a nice day or night. Until tomorrow. Bye. Oh, I totally forget to share with you the new addition to my Wendy Andrew collection. These two new postcards she was selling, and I so love this new style. This reminds me a bit of some Russian art. How she looks. She did another a picture with I guess with a crown for Halloween or for Sowin on her Facebook page. You maybe will see it, and this is so gorgeous with the sleeping animals, and there's always a little bit of poem on the back of the cards. So I will read this one to you, which is called, I will open this up so you can see there, and I will read this to you where you can look at the picture. In the Arms of Grace is the title of this picture, of this drawing. Through the snow their way they went, for precious time with her to spend, Yuletide bliss in her embrace, cherished in the arms of grace. This is so gorgeous. Ah, snuggly, cute, you know. This is, yeah, we would say in German, kuschelig und süß. Und heimelig. And the other one, this is something which, so Emilie, when you watch this, this is something you will laugh at, or smile at least at, because the title of this picture is The Storyteller, which is quite synchronistic, because Emilie Elijah created a goddess and a god wheel for her, for her Sabbats and Esbats, and for the Yule tide, or for the Yule season, the storyteller is her god, or is the god on the Yule wheel, this kind of archetype. And yeah, this reminds me a lot of this. So what do I have here? He tells them tales of wondrous things. Blah, I have to start again, the old TH problem. He tells them tales of wondrous things, of magic oak and holly kings, and the lull of his voice makes them sleepy, it seems, and drifts them into Yuletide dreams. This is gorgeous. So a little bit of comfort pictures at the end. So bye.